I tell my story a lot in a funny way, but right now I want to tell it in a more serious way because I realize there's people out there with a father or a pastor who is putting this message on them a lot, and maybe my story will help. From ages like 12 to 22, like a solid decade, I was in like secret mental torment, begging God to fix me every single day. Like my brain formed under that stress. And I really believed in the Bible and I believed every single thing the pastors said. With each passing year, it got harder and harder. And the things they were saying made less and less sense because the thing they were describing was not what I was experiencing. Like, it wasn't like I had like a pee pee fetish and I just couldn't resist. It was like way deeper than that. And I couldn't explain it and I was trying to untangle it and sort it out. But I believed in the Bible. And right after my senior year, everyone started getting married, super young. And I was doing this terrible pattern of falling in love with someone in the church, and then that person would marry someone. And I'd experience this like awful heartbreak over and over again. And for the first couple of years of my 20s, I decided that I was just going to be celibate because who I was somehow was an abomination. And I believed in God and Jesus. So I was going to be celibate and live alone. When I showed up for my first year of college, I was in such a dark place. I backed myself into this terrible corner because it was becoming unbearable. And again, not some little like singular sin like I stole something once or it was me. It was deeply, deeply me. And apparently, God wasn't okay with that. And I got into this weird place of like, if this is true, then God is exceptionally cruel. And I found a book called What the Bible Really Says About Homosexuality. And it was from a pastor who went through like the six or seven places in the Bible where it weirdly talks about homosexuality. And he just went at it from a different angle. That maybe it had been misinterpreted. And like I read it, and it was just like a tiny little piece of maybe, maybe this is okay. And that sent me on a path of freedom. Because I knew in my heart, like the things the pastors were saying didn't make sense. It didn't match my experience. And today, I'm good. If you're struggling with this, you can find peace. Go find that book, What the Bible Really Says About Homosexuality.